Hello, this is Redtail again. I feel like I just posted my previous video. Hope you're not getting sick of me already. Because Sam is currently missing and that's why I started to take it on Tuesday. This week we're talking about intersectionality. Even though I'm not a trans woman, but as my gender presentation as trans feminine, I basically have the same social status. The biggest topic that affect on me about intersectionality is trans misogyny. But I think I will talk about it on the next week's video. First of all, I come from a single parenthood. As a kid from a single parenthood, that's become a fundamental thing for me to hide a lot of things. Basically, in my family, me and my mom, we hide this thing from the outside. We don't talk about this at all. We don't share about this to other people. Because as soon as people find out that you are a single parent, they will associate all of your behavior over your problem, over your issue with that problem, and they will view you as a potential trouble. And this kind of thinking quite affect me growing up is that I don't like to share my problem. I don't like to share about almost anything. I'm suffering from depression for almost all my life since I was just a little kid. But I never speak about that to anyone. After a long time when everything finally collapsed, and things got worse to a level that I had to see a doctor in order to survive. When I talked to a doctor for the first time about my depression, pretty much he assumed I have this type of problem because I'm transgender. Because trans people, among all of the group, we have the highest rate of suicide and depression. The thing is, my depression actually is kinda fun. It's kinda in my gene that it's in the family line that we have so many cases before me in my family line. So it's something that I'm always aware of. But because of my trans identity and my gender expression, even the doctor will just assume that I have mental illness and depression problem just because of I'm trans people. And then, because I'm very secure and very comfortable about my own gender identity, so when I comes off and explain to the doctor about how my identity and how it is for me, I comes off quite confident, and then he was like, so you shouldn't have any problem? And how ridiculous is that? You see, this comes from a doctor, and that's what makes it even worse, because even a doctor do that, and you see how will other people react to it. Come on, and it's just, I'm glad I have another doctor after that, but yeah. And so around the same time is the time that I finally come out to my mom. And that's like a roller coaster explosion of come outs. I come out of my mental illness, of my gender identity, of my sexual orientation, all in once. And it's just such huge bomb that been dropped in once. And it just be seen to be tidy together, to be associated with each other. Anytime that when the conversation comes to my mental illness, everybody just assume that it's about my trans identity. Yes, of course, there is some connection between these two, but it's not all of it. It's kind of like my trans identity is taking over the focus and taking over the way to see what is going on and to see why it's a problem. It's like, because I'm trans, the only problem I have it can only be about chance. There's no way that it can be other thing. There shouldn't be other reason that bother me beside the thing that I am trans people. I think this is a problem, and it's a very serious issue and problem within trans community that it's not being fully viewed, it's not being fully aware of. And I am trying to make my video short this time. See you next Tuesday, and remember, comment, subscribe. Bye bye.